All right, guys, we're back on the road again.
Whoop, whoop.
Of course, Jessica's there working as usual. But we are heading to Alabama Hills. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that place, but it's pretty amazing. It's a movie set for a lot of different places. It's like being on another planet. I'm super excited, but a little worried at the same time.
Why?
Well, I mean, we don't have reservations. We don't know where we're going to camp. We're just hoping when we get there, we can find a spot. You know, we don't really have a backup plan. You know, typical McCards on the move.
I was going to say, wait a minute. Are you saying it's just like all the other times? Or almost like all the other times?
Yeah, y'all ask all the time what we do for planning. We don't. We just, you know, have an idea where we want to go, and then when we get there, we wing it.
Yeah. So we have been to this place before. We didn't camp there, though. We just drove around. And some of the spots are too small for our campers. So
Vast
not only
majority of them.
I'm like, that's the main reason there's concern, because there are a lot of campsites there.
Yeah, but they're mostly all for like truck campers and stuff. They're really not for our big rig.
Right.
There's only like 3 or 4 of them big enough for us.
Yes.
But we're hoping that because we're going on a Monday, that everybody's cleared out for the weekend, and we're going to get there, I don't know, maybe around 1 o'clock or so. So I'm hoping that that'll be the right timing to where everybody's cleared out, but no one's come yet, and we can actually find a spot. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. The other thing is that some of the camp spots are so spread out that it's not like when we go to some places and you hop off and you go explore on your one wheel. We're going to have to just drive around pulling the camper.
Yeah.
And looking.
A few of the spots I'll be able to branch off on the one wheel and check out, but the vast majority of it's just drive down this 6-mile dirt road hoping for the best.
Right.
Stay tuned. You're going to find out. Oh, we just turned on the road that takes you over there to Alabama Hills. Tell you what, this view that you get when you're driving up the road to get there is just amazing with Mount Whitney in the background. Check it out. Looks like we got a storm brewing. I wonder if it's going to rain on us tonight or if it's just going to stay up in the mountains. All right, iOverlander shows that there's some spots right over here that I can go to, and they said that it's big rig friendly, but I don't trust them. I'm going to ride down here on my one wheel and take a look before I take my rig down this road. It's you know, I've been on pretty bad roads before, but I just want to make sure that there's somewhere I can turn around and the holes don't get too deep, you know, because sometimes these roads can get pretty bad. We have a neighbor here. I like his spot better than this one, but this one's pretty easy access. I mean, the main road's just right there. I've got a little cover with these rocks, and I got a great view all around. I mean, I could explore this place a lot more and see what I could find, but this is pretty easy access. I think this might be the spot. Then I don't have to travel all over the place and try to figure it out. Pretty incredible backdrop here, guys. What do you think? Should be a pretty good spot. So let me let you in on a little secret that I do. I'll show you here on the camper. I added these little bubble levels. So you can see that one front to back, we're way out of level. Not a big deal because it's easy to raise the nose. Most importantly is the side by side. So you can see here, I've got another little bubble level right there, and we're almost dead level side to side. So should make this setup pretty easy. Show you what I do. First thing I gotta do is because it's such a tight little turn here, I gotta get this thing unhooked. That's gonna be a little tricky with the angles, and the bars and stuff, but shouldn't be that big a deal. Got to go over here and get my blocks out. So, you know, first things first, got to chalk up the wheels. Let's get the other one. I drove over that one. It's all busted up. You know, they say those plastic ones don't work very good, but I'm going on 3 years with my original plastic ones. And other than this one that I drove over, they're still in pretty good shape. So I can't complain. When we were down in Mexico, I had to buy a new set of these because I lost all but, there's like 2 missing out of this one, and I lost a whole other 10-pack when I got stuck in the sand. I know you guys are sitting here watching this going, why haven't you pulled your latch up yet? Well, there's a trick. These tension bars, they can be tricky to get on and off. But what I've learned is if I use this to lift up the truck a little bit, when I go to put them on and off, it takes the tension off of it, so it slides right out. Same thing in reverse. If you lift it up enough, you can just lift it and set it right up on there real easy. And now I can pull the truck forward. And since we bought this thing with the auto level on it, we don't have to sit there and try to figure out what we're going to do. All I got to do is come here and hit this button right here. It says auto level. Always takes a couple pushes. There it goes. And now it'll go through a cycle, it'll lift it, it'll put these legs down. See it? Sometimes the trailer ends up too high for the steps. So what I end up having to do, most of the time it's usually just one of these. Sometimes I got to go a couple, but I just take one of these, stick it underneath, set it down this side. Yeah, it's a little loose. Put one there too. Move this over to the high part. There we go. Nice and sturdy stairs. Part of the thing too is, you know, since Jessica works while we travel, a lot of times on setup day, I end up doing everything. Teardown, she helps a lot putting things back together. But since she's in there working, I'll be doing everything else in here. And you can see, we just throw everything on the couch, but it all seems to be riding pretty good in here. Looks like we might have lost a little bit in the cabinet. We got a snack over there, but everything seemed to ride pretty good. So let's put the slides out. Helps if you push the right button. The nice thing is, since I have the solar and the big batteries, is all my power's on, so I can run everything while I'm here. Microwave, coffee pot, showers, whatever I need to do. Air conditioner, now that I put this Fury on air conditioner, wow, what a game changer that thing is. 500 watts at max power. Most of the time it's running between 50 and 200. Keeps it nice and cool. My solar's good enough. I never have to shut the AC off. It just runs all day, no problem. You see my coffee pot, it stays right here. You think, how the heck does that stay there? Oh, I put it somewhere else. I put the little putty, the museum putty. It's called Quake Hold. You put it underneath it. You can kind of see right here, it's squeezed out just a little bit. And it just stays right there, rides, no problem whatsoever. We put the rubber band around it to keep this part back here from bouncing out. But other than that, it's good. And over here, looks like everything's in its spot. So we'll put the other slide out. And that's all I got to do for setup when I'm boondocking. It's super easy.
Hi.
You ready to do whatever it is we're going to do? Because we don't know what it is.
Sure, why not?
That seems to be our MO. But here at Alabama Hills, we got this freaking amazing spot here. You can see the clouds are gone now, and it snowed quite a bit up there the other night. But there's quite a few things to see here. We've got the Lone Ranger's film spot. We've got the Mobius Arch. We could drive up there on the mountain and check out the snow. So these are all just a couple of things we're probably going to do.
Okay.
And then, you know, if you're ever out this way, this is BLM land. So it is free to camp here. You can camp up to 14 days. And make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is free.
Yes.
So, you know, just hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 500. We need to get to 500. Come on, guys.
Trying. We're really, really trying. So please, and please leave a comment. That really helps us too.
Yes, it does help the algorithm. But yes, 14-day stay limit. It's free. There's no permit, nothing like that required. You do have to pack in, pack out, bring your own garbage. There's no garbage cans, nothing out here. So make sure you take it away. Don't leave your garbage laying around.
Right.
And you're going to need plenty of water because it's hot and dry out here. Though we're in May, and it's been in the 60s, so it's actually been quite nice.
Yeah.
A little cold at night, but
And as a reminder, Alabama Hills is not in Alabama.
Nope.
We're in California. So, just so you know.
We are in California, but when we leave here, we're making our way north, heading towards Alaska. So you guys stay tuned for some good stuff coming up.
Yes.
All right, let's go check this place out. All right, so when you first come in, they've got a sign here, and it shows you where all the stuff is. You know, all the designated spots. They have, looks like 32 designated camp spots. You have to make sure that you camp in one of those spots. They also have a little travel tips here. It shows you a lot of the spots where some of the movies were filmed and what's happening there. So, give you pretty good information there. Just so happens that right there, that rock that's sticking out in between these two rocks, that one right there, just on the other side of that, is actually our camp
It's
spot.
our campsite.
So we're really close to where the geology walk is, and I believe the Lone Ranger thing was filmed over here too.
Oh, maybe.
So,
I was looking online too, and I think it was the 2008 Iron Man has some scenes where this is supposed to be Afghanistan.
I believe the scene where he makes his own heart and escapes at the very beginning, I'll put it right here, was filmed here. Jessica just pointed it out, but that rock right there kind of looks like a big old foot with a few extra toes.
Yeah, well, AI made that one.
All right, we came over here to the Mobius Arch Trail, and right off the bat, we got this big hill. She's already saying, I thought you said it was an easy trail.
It is.
Yeah, if you go, when you get to the trailhead, I came out here on the one wheel earlier, so I kind of know what to expect. But when you get over here to the parking area, if you go to the left, the trail is much easier than if you go to the right. And it's a little shorter, but you miss the heart arch. You have to keep going if you want to see the heart arch.
But that's cute.
But you could also do the entire loop, and the entire loop's only like a mile. So either way, it's all good, and it's a nice little trail. They mark it pretty good. You can see they put the little rocks out and stuff. But tomorrow I might come back out here because when I was on my one wheel, I went over to the Arch, but I didn't keep going on the Alabama Hills Trail right there. And I know that goes like 11 miles out, so I need to go check it out.
Why did you have to stop early, Doug?
No, I didn't have to stop early. I went a different direction because I went over to the Arch instead of going that way.
Oh, okay.
Nobody needs to know about my elbow. I might have fell and put a little scratch on my elbow that then turned into a knot. I'll put some pictures right here for you. And, you know, it's all good. Here's your first arch that you come across here. It's a big one. Stand next to it, babe. This is the one that Caitlin and Joe from Open Roading thought was the Mobius Arch when they got to it.
Oh, and it's not.
No, it's not.
Oh.
But it's pretty cool. And there's another arch section down here. I call this one the butt crack arch. Can you tell me why? All right, so the little arch was right over here. And then you walk around the corner, and there's the Mobius Arch right there.
Then you said that you took a picture?
Yes, but see what happens is when you're looking at it from here, you're not getting a whole lot. You got to come down here, and then you got to scamper up these rocks here, and you'll get the view of the mountain right through the arch. So we'll get up there, and I'll show you. Got some little trails right here that you can go up. You just got to do a little bit of climbing. If I can do it without my shoes coming off. Dang it, my shoe came off. Hang on. Now, you get over here and you go down this crack just a little bit. You get the perfect shot of the mountain right through the arch. How you like that? There's the hard arch. Jessica said this is the tunnel arch. So best I can tell, Tremors was filmed right out in this field here somewhere. I'll have to see if I can find the movie clip and put it up here with it and see if we can figure it out together.
We'll all learn together.
I really probably should have looked up these movies before we came here, but apparently this area was where the Gunga Den Bridge site is. And then right around the corner from here was How the West Was Won. So we're up in these film spots, but there's no signs or anything to tell you that you're in the right spot. So I don't know. Maybe this is it. Maybe it's not. Your guess is as good as mine.
Especially since we don't even know the movies.
Yeah, right? So what do you think about this change of pace?
Yeah, this was different than what I thought we were doing.
So when you're down at Alabama Hills, if you just take the road up to Mount Whitney, Mount Whitney's right there. You got a beautiful waterfall here. There's tons of hiking trails and stuff all up in here. A whole nother parking area, several campgrounds. You got a lot of these big trees, like this one over here is so fat, but complete change of scenery from...
Yeah, from the rocks on top of rocks on top of rocks.
Yeah, this is stunning. Babe, you feeling really adventurous?
Not that adventurous.
You don't want to hike to the top of the highest mountain
in California? No.
In the Northern Hemisphere or whatever we're at? All of North America, South America, what was it?
The contiguous 48. The lower 48.
The lower 48. So the highest peak in the lower 48. 14,505 feet. Biggest problem was a lot of people hike up there and then they go to the bathroom and it was contaminating everything. So they started putting these little stations here with wag bags so you can get rid of your waste. They also say that you need to be very careful because there's deep snow, icy slopes, extreme temperatures, sub-zero, up to 100-mile-an-hour winds. I'm up for an adventure, but not that one yet.
Nope.
All right, we showed you guys our setup when we're boondocking. So now we're going to show you our teardown. Teardown's pretty simple, actually. We usually just have some bottles of water, maybe some cans or something that's sitting right there. We have to move those in order to close the slide. All those jugs are the water and milk that we drink in the last 3 or 4 days that we've been here. So they're going to go with us, and we'll find a recycling place for them. Then we just take everything and move it so it doesn't fall off and land on the floor like that when we're driving. So we just throw that all on the couch. We make sure that our buckles are all latched so that nothing falls off when we're driving down the road. You got to come over here and you got to turn the heater off, which looks like Jessica already did it. Another latch. We usually have a bunch of stuff on the countertop right here. It's all on the bed now, so that way it'll be able to ride when we're going down the road. This usually sits right here. Simply move it right here, and then the slide can go right next to it. Inside the refrigerator, we put these little latches so that stuff doesn't slide out. And we do the same thing inside our pantry. We've got these latches. I got one we got to put back in there. And then we added this door latch here, because for whatever reason, the latch that's built into the Furrion does not keep the freezer closed. So we put that latch there. Then we take these pans, stick them inside the oven, close up the slides, and the inside is ready to go. All right, now that the slides are in, next thing we got to do is come over here to our leveling system, turn that on, and then you hit enter, and then down a couple of times, and it'll say auto hitch hike begin. Just hit enter, and it starts to retract up the levelers. Jessica grabs the Starlink. We move that into the truck so that she can work as we're driving down the road. This particular spot's going to be tricky. I don't think I've ever had a spot like this where it's so tight that I'm going to have to hook up at an angle. It came unhooked pretty easily, but we'll see how it goes trying to hook it back up. I might have to wait and put the weight distribution bars on after I get it straightened out. We'll see.
All right, let's see how he does with this backing in and hooking it up at an angle. A little too good. A little too good.
Well, it's on.
Gotta remember to turn off the propane.
All right, we'll see if I can put these bars on with the with it at this much of an angle. I mean, I don't see any reason why it shouldn't. But what I do, the trick to these bars, because it's really hard to get them to angle the correct way. So let me show you real quick. If I take bar, stick it in, see, it's like you can't get it up there. But the trick is you latch the latch, which it did, and then you extend the hitch while it's hooked up back up. And what they'll do is you'll see the bar starting to come up. And after you bring the hitch up a little bit, the bar just slides right on. come back next week as we head over to Socorro Creek. This has got to be the most incredible campsite we've ever had. I thought Alabama Hills was good, but it's got nothing on this.